Yeah, Antarctic Shamash, we took the name, Antarctic means the frozen, and Shamash in Aramic language is sun. So actually it means the frozen sun. And we took the name from the ancient history, and there's indication in the ancient mandalas and maps of East that there was a forgotten land, and there was this frozen land that now is nobody talks about, but we took the name from that. It's about that place. And yeah, I just extract the melody from one of my longest piano improvisations. I mean, I had this experience when I was in 20s. I realized that I have this ability to improvise in a very long time without stopping. We just like going on a trip without stopping. So I also had this experience in writing Persian poems, some kind of poem, let's say, that is kind of a psychotherapy process that you start with something and you just release whatever you think, and whatever it comes to your finger, just do it and just continue. At some point you have to stop, and that's the process is completed. And I also published a book called Livida Kalamum, which is a blue pen somehow and only for lunatics. That is the collection of my autonomous writings. So I also found that I have this ability in music, so sometimes I just sit behind the piano and start improvising without stopping, and then I record the whole process, and after that I extract some melodies from those improvisations. And Shamash is a melody from that deep, let's say, getting deep into myself and being totally out of consciousness and just releasing my emotions. And yeah, it's a very simple melody, and the focus is on the harmonies, which is changing all the time throughout the repetitive melody, and that's the point that is making it intense. Yeah, the name is about the energy that we have, like a kundalini, the kundalini energy that is rise by certain practices, and it becomes to the crown chakra. And in ancient texts it says that this process called the ordeal, and the result of this healing process is the main goal and the ritual. It's totally a drumming song. So three of us play only drums with different patterns, and it's just a repetitive pattern of drumming. And I took the pattern from the very old ritual in southwest Iran. They use it in some rituals, and in a very big groups I always had these ideas of playing music in a grandiose form, and because every person you add to your group, it's like adding one beat of energy more. So, and I love drumming. I also do drumming for one of our projects, Pagan Land. I do the whirling dance and drum. So I think drumming is a way to physically move your energy with in a very forceful way. So Greifenaufstieg has two parts. The one part is a Middle Eastern part, and the second part is just full on blast. And we just repeat this sequence. And the point about repeating the sequence is gradually bringing oneself and the others into a trance, because the repetition method is something that in ancient rituals also it is used very much. And the lyrics I adapted from one of the poems of Shams Tabrizi, one of the Iranian poets, and it's about being out of your mind. It's just lose your mind and focus on the energy circulation of your body and just destroy whatever you believe in it, to just rebirth of everything that you created. So you destroy what you've created, your home, your identity, your beloved ones in your mind, and then recreate everything from the scratch. So that is something new, and it's just like a new beginning, new birth. And for me it was a very powerful meaning behind it, so I chose one. But still I just changed some words, because for me was the experience of my life was different, so I didn't want to just copy paste the lyrics. So I wanted to use my experience, I want to incorporate my experience in those lyrics. So I used, like I can say, the shadow words of the thing that Shamsi Tabrizi used.
So Greifenaufstieg is just like a song with, for my expression, like a moderate aggression. It starts with a moderate blast beat in my opinion, but it's still like super aggressive, and the blast just stays pretty simple. I need to do a lot of fills to just let my arms rest in the song, and the story behind the song is pretty funny, because when I joined the band there were a version of it already, and I just thought maybe I could try to just bring in a new genre. So we were all completely exhausted during the practice, and I just had the idea to add a breakdown to it, which is like more to the death metal, deathcore style, and that's the beauty how we created the song, because I normally just meant this part as a joke, but we just liked it so much, so we just kept it, and I guess it worked pretty nice, because I just tried to add some ghost notes and rim shot stuff to make the breakdown more unique.
Abjad is actually the very first song that is created for Nashmeh, and we took the name because Abjad is also a writing system in very old history of Iran, and Abjad means the first 4 letters in a writing system in Persian language, and that's why I used it for the first song of Nashmeh. And it has a lot of history behind this Abjad. It has like a beginning, like a rebirth, like a beginning of the world. So we also have it in Old Testament. So that's why I thought it's beginning for us, beginning the project and beginning of everything that has a lot of meaning for me. And it's a very simple melody, and again the focus is on dark harmony that is combining with it, and also the vocals. And because it's so intense, the melodies and harmonies, for me, I just could create so much emotional vocals on it, and for me it was a very intense song that we had a lot of performance experience with it, and we always play it at the first of our performance, and it's just like, for me, it's like a beginning of a ritual, like an initiation.
Abjad is one of the ancient writing system which based on numerology, on ancient magic in Persia. That's the magical alphabets came from. That's the Abjad system, and Abjad is the first paragraph which containing of 4 elements, A, B, J, and D, and that's the first song of the Nashmeh that we come with it, because Nashmeh doing the Thelemic ritual black metal, so that was the Thelemic Persian version of the magic we want to have it in our songs. In these songs, I play tremolet single chords, riffs, and I change it to the harmony according to the accordion notes. And I do the clean vocal and try to do the harsh vocal. So it's like you're changing the yin and yang, because mostly when you have a female in a band, she do the clean vocal and the man do the harsh vocal. So that's the different concept. You bring it as a yin and yang, the ancient one, not the modern, to have the male do the clean singing and the female do the harsh singing, to change the balance, because to reach to the awareness, to gain this ancient abjad system, you need to change the balance and flip the coin to get in. That's kind of the code we try to use in the Nashmeh song.